from Grazi Apartments, my name is Kabagire Christelle. Let me give you a very warm welcome to a show Insta. Well, today on set we do have a fashion model, the former Miss Rwanda 2016, second runner-up. She's here to tell us about her career as a model and of course how she can combine the beauty queen and the modeling career, and 5 facts about her that we don't know, and of course her biggest sense of style. From the interviewee, we're going to be having the smash look with Rita Ora, looking gorgeous at the EMA Awards in London in a bathrobe. Then from her, we're going to have the trends, the look tip, and plenty much. Well, let me not say much. Why don't you see all that in the coming ups? Then we'll be right back. Coming up next, we have the smash look with Rita Ora, shockingly looking stunning in a bathrobe at the MTV EMA Awards in London. And that'll be followed up with an interview we had with the second runner-up Miss Rwanda 2016 / top model Vanessa Mpogazi, taking us through her journey as a top model, and of course not forgetting to talk about her biggest sense of fashion. And then we shall proceed our show with a look tip, focusing on socks as a trend of fashion for men, and of course end the show with the trends, taking you all at the MTV EMA Awards. Dear fashionistas, let's start off our show with a smash look. And our smash look of this week goes to the gorgeous Rita Ora, the host of the MTV EMA Awards in London, looking gorgeous in a beautiful bathrobe gown. It's very, very unprofessional to wear a bathrobe at a red carpet, but she actually nailed it with a lot of jewelry on it, and everyone was complaining about what she was dressed in, but you know what, she looked gorgeous to me, and I thought she could be the smash look of our week today. Let's see her as our smash look of this week. And our smash look goes to Rita Ora, shockingly looking stunning in a bathrobe straight out of the bath. The 26-year-old singer and host of the awards show walked the red carpet in a long white bathrobe with a matching towel for her hair and white heels. While celebrities will do anything to stand out, Rita Ora took the cake last night. Before hosting the EMAs in London, the 26-year-old walked the red carpet in a terry cloth robe with a matching towel in her hair. She gave her house coat a Hollywood upgrade with crystal encrusted Jimmy Choo heels and Lauren diamond jewelries worth over a whopping 6 million British pounds. While this is not a look that most of us would leave the house in, it is aspirational for our next one at the home spa. With no doubt, we're going to see a number of celebrities trying out this look. Born in 1990 in Kosovo to Albania parents and moved to London in the same year, in 2004 she appeared in a British movie Spice. She auditions for the Eurovision Your Country Needs You on BBC One to be the British contest for the 2009 Eurovision Song Contest. She later withdrew from the competition after a few episodes as she did not feel ready in 2009. Ora made a cameo on Jay-Z's video Forever Young and Over by Drake. Ora caught the attention of Jay-Z and he signed her to the Rock Nation, for which she was featured in a commercial for the Rock Nation Skull Candy Aviator headphones. She also dated Calvin Harris. And of course, from the smash look, we always proceed our show with the interview, and our interviewee of this week, as we said at the coming ups, we are gonna have Vanessa Mpogazi, a fashion model, and of course the former second runner-up of Miss Rwanda 2016. She's here to tell us about her career, and of course 5 facts about her that we don't know, her biggest sense of fashion, an experience when she went to the GT Bank Fashion Weekend in Nigeria. Let's see her as our interviewee of this week. Thank you for being part of our show, Vanessa.
Thank you for having me.
Second runner-up Miss Rwanda 2016, beauty queen. From being a beauty queen, fashion model, how do you combine the two?
The two are slightly different because beauty queen requires a lot more than being a model. Being in the fashion industry, I have learned the difference, and I usually think that being a model has helped me to be a better beauty queen, and the differences are not really that much, because in beauty queens they actually want you to be brainy, to be able to answer questions and resolve the problems that might be around as a person who is going to represent other girls in the country and around the world. So the two are slightly different, but they're similar in a way. So I get to do both and combine them together.
Yes. Tell me the challenges you faced when you started doing the modeling career.
The first time I did a professional casting was in 2015 for Kigali Fashion Week. I had met with John Binyeshuri during the Miss Rwanda pageant, and he told me to come for casting. And when I went there, they received me, but gave me criteria to follow. They told me to lose some weight, they told me to go on a diet and do different things, exercises. I wasn't that good with exercises. So I had to change and adapt to the life of a model, to be strong and fierce and work hard, because you have to work hours and hours to get it right. So those are the challenges, really, being able to be fit for the model they want you to be.
So what are the 5 criteria a fashion model should be having?
I think you should be confident. That's very important, because you're going to meet people who are going to say no. Many times you're going to meet people who are going to say yes, but give you a certain level of depression. Tell you to do some things that you don't really want to do. So it requires confidence. You have to know what you want and stand up for yourself. That's one. And number 2, to be a good supermodel, you have to be really fit, because it requires a lot of work, a lot of hard walks, going up and down. Yeah, it requires you to be really fit. Again, it also requires patience, because you're going to meet models and designers and makeup artists who are going to make you look like a totally different person. Sometimes it doesn't match your personality and you feel bad about it, but it's part of the work. You have to adapt to it. Well, the other thing you have to do is know what you want in that industry, because they're glamour models, they're models who only do culture events, who are so culturally driven, including myself. So sometimes you have to know who you want to wear for, who you want to work with, and so that it doesn't conflict with your religion or your faith or what you stand up for as a person.
So what are your goals as a model?
Well, my goals, I believe that the Rwandan fashion industry is going somewhere, and my dream is to see that I have a contribution in this journey that we're starting. It's been a long time. We've had many hardships, including the fashion industry is not that valued in the population as well. So I want to see the fashion industry of Rwanda going higher and higher.
What do you see your career in 5 years?
In 5 years, I want to be a commercial model as well as I do runway. So I want to see myself in big magazines like Vogue, CoverGirl, and many others that are out there, because I believe that Rwandese are also capable of doing these things and reaching that level.
Fashion-wise, tell me about the modeling, or should I say the fashion career here in Rwanda. Where is it standing so far?
Well, for now, I think we are on a starting point. We are still struggling with who to encourage, what to do with the designers that we have now. So I think we are still on the starting point, but we're going somewhere.
Vanessa, fashion model, I'm definitely sure when working hand in hand with your fellow models or the fashion designers, it's quite hard. How do you get to work hand in hand with them?
As said, you always have to be confident in what you do and know what you want. That's how I work with them. If a model has an attitude or a designer has an attitude, I get to deal with them gracefully and attend to them, telling them how I want things to be done, and then they tell me how they want their things to be done, and then we can come to an agreement. If it doesn't work, then we go on. That's how life is.
I went to Nigeria for the GT Bank Fashion Weekend that I think it happened 2 days back. Tell me about the experience. What did you learn as a fashion model? What did you learn out of them? How was the fashion show? How did they welcome you guys? Tell me a lot more about it. We want to know.
The people there welcomed us really, because they came here first to do a casting and we got to know a little bit about them, and then when we reached Nigeria they really welcomed us well. We had different designers from different countries, including England, Mozambique, Nigeria. We had many designers around, and it was really fun. We had an experience. We met with people from different countries. So it was a really exciting experience, and I got to learn a lot from that fashion. I think organization. They have so much organization. Everything has its own time, its own person in charge. So you don't get to mess around. You don't get time to do things wrong. You have everything right because it's well organized. So I think we need that in our country. We need organization. We need to know when things start. We need to know when things end. That's very important, and I learned it, and I am going to do as much as possible to implement it here.
This is a show that talks about fashion. We always want to know about our celebrity sense of fashion. Who inspires you when it comes to fashion? What do you like wearing?
I'm inspired by Naomi Campbell. She has always been my inspiration ever since I was young, and I love wearing dresses. Yeah, well, because I feel more confident when I'm wearing a dress, because especially it gives me a nice fit. Well, when I'm wearing pants, it just feels like a normal outfit, a casual outfit. Yeah, yeah.
So out of the fashion world, we want to go a little personal and want to know 5 facts about you that we don't know.
That you don't know. Well, I started doing modeling when I was in school. That's something most people don't know about me. I was around 12 by then. What? Yeah. At school we had like competitions, small competitions of designers, and they usually picked me to wear their clothes. So I started then to like the fashion industry because they were doing things and they felt like, oh, wow, this is good. I can wear this and feel really good. So that's one fact that maybe most people don't know about me. And I'm a Christian. That's my religion. And I interpret English, French, and Swahili. What else don't you know about me? Oui, je parle français.
Intéressant.
Oui. What else? I also sing sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 things. So what are your goals as a model?
Well, my goals, I believe that the Rwandan fashion industry is going somewhere, and my dream is to see that I have a contribution in this journey that we're starting. It's been a long time. We've had many hardships, including the fashion industry is not that valued in the population as well. So I want to see the fashion industry of Rwanda going higher and higher. What else? Internet.
Duh.
Yeah, I love internet. I think those are the main two.
What's your biggest fear?
Regret. I hate regretting. I always want to do something that is going to be memorable to me. I don't want to regret anything. Yeah, so that's my biggest fear.
Thank you for being part of our show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being part of our show, Vanessa.
Thank you so much for having me.
Really happy to have you. And of course, from the interview way, we always proceed our show with the look tip. This time around, we're still with the guys, men, and we're going to focus on socks as a trend of fashion. Men don't really focus on socks when it comes to the trend of fashion, but here we're focusing on guys and giving them guidance on what are the type of socks they're going to wear when they're wearing gents, what are the type of socks they wear when they're wearing these, what they call them, these sports shoes and different stuff. So we're going to give them guidance and tell them what are the trendy socks of the year 2017. Well, let's see the look tip with socks as a trend of fashion.
And our look tip of today, we're going to focus on the men's socks. There's nothing more embarrassing reminding adult men about the importance of wearing socks. We notice that some people still wear socks that don't match, have holes or visible stains on them. Seriously, when will men get it right and learn that the socks are just as important as an underwear? Do you know that some men find themselves at the catch-22 situation when they are faced with a scenario that requires them to take off their shoes off? When Sammy Lanson, the proprietor of Black Socks Company, left his home, he wasn't aware that it was going to be the worst day of his life. Well, when buying men's socks, the most important thing to remember is buy the right size. Ensure that the heel of your socks are exactly where your heel is. Mind the color because that can kill the entire outfit. Dark colors are the best for the professional look, while the colorful ones are great on a casual outfit. Avoid jockey colors like neon green, hot pink and bright red. White socks should be strictly for sports and only worn with sports shoes. Make sure the socks are long enough in order to avoid exposing your skin. Socks with holes only portray that you are either too lazy to go buy a new pair, or worse, you can't afford a pair. These hole items with diversification to your outfit, no matter how great this outfit looks, so go buy a pair now if you are guilty of this crime.
And of course, from the look tip, we can't end our show without speaking about the trends that has been happening in the fashion world, the events. And here we're focusing on the fashion award that happened over the past weekend, should I say past weekend or 2 days, and that is the MTV EMA Awards that happened in London. And the host of the show, as we said, is Rita Ora as our smash look. And this show saw a plenty number of fashion designers, it showed a plenty number of stylists, it showed a plenty number of different people, and of course TV personalities, and awards were given to different people in different categories. Well, let me not say much. How about you guys see the MTV EMA's Awards in London with our trends?
In February, London Mayor Sadiq Khan announced that the capital will be hosting the award ceremony as part of his London opening campaign. The Glints Bash took place on Sunday, November 12, 2017 at the SSE Wembley Arena. Stormy, The Killer, Demi Lovato, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello all performed. Among the celebrities' presentation, the gongs were Natalie Dormer, Madison Beer and Sabrina Carpenter. Here are the list of the people who went with awards. Biggest fans: Shawn Mendes. Best Hip Hop: Eminem. Best Video: Kendrick Lamar, Humble. Best Alternative: 30 Seconds to Mars. Best Pop: Camila Cabello. Best Song: Shawn Mendes, There's Nothing Holding Me Back. Best New: Dua Lipa. Best Live: Ed Sheeran. Best Electronic: David Guetta. Best Artist: Shawn Mendes. Best Rock: Coldplay. Best Look: Zayn. Best Push: Snifffield. Best World Stage: The Chainsmoker, live from ISE of the MTV EMA 2017. Now let's focus on the World One winners. The Netherlands: Lil Klein. Spain: Tangan. Japan: Baby Metal. Finland: Alma. Nigeria: Davido. UK and Ireland: Stormzy.
Go sit in the car, listen and pick it apart. Like this shit is garbage. God's given.
Fashionistas, that is show that we had for you from me and my team on RTV. Do not forget to catch up the show on Saturday at 7:30. If you failed to watch the show on 7:30 on Saturday, you can always follow us on our YouTube channel by typing in Style by KABAGIRE Christelle, or go on our Facebook and like our page. The name is still In Style by KABAGIRE Christelle. Well, I'm not going to forget to say a very big thank you again to Masha's Boutique for dressing me up so well at MP's Plaza. Thank you, Masha, for dressing me and the entire people who watch the show. Well, that is all we had for you. Till next time. Bye.